Another day, another Barbology session. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Friday, April 19th, the day that Nicki Minaj has released her new remix to FTCU, the SLEEZEMIX, with Chris Brown, Sexy Red, as well as Travis Scott. So we're going to get into my reactions and everything on the song. But before we get there, of course, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and I'm going to get you guys up to date real quick with everything going on with the song thus far on the charts. So on iTunes, it has already went #1, the explicit version, and Nicki extended her record as the rapper with the most #1s on US iTunes. She now has 45 songs. Here are all the 45 songs that have gone #1 on US iTunes. So congratulations to the queen. And of course, in my next chart analysis next week, we will talk about FTCU on the charts and the numbers in depth. On the heels of the remix being released, it has been reported that FTCU, the original version, has been certified platinum by the RIAA. So congratulations to Nicki Minaj for certifying another platinum record off of the Pink Friday 2 album. And while we're here, before we get into my review of the collaboration, let's talk about what I actually thought of the original song. So if you really listen to me and you listen to the things that I say, you know that I didn't really care for FTCU. I really did not like the production and those hard drums on it. And so I got a little used to it, a little bit more positive feelings for it after Nicki started going on tour, and her seeing her perform it, matching up the visual does help a little bit, but it's still also not something that I listen to. So without further ado, let's get into the verses. So, of course, the song starts out with, I believe it was Nicki's second verse on the previous song. I mean, on the original song, High Heels on My Tippies, don't sing about it, that's on my titties. You know, and I think so. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so on the second verse, that transitions to Travis Scott's verse. And that transition, I really didn't like it because it felt like it had to like switch up the beat too much in order to bring him in. But before we get to Travis, so they are collaborating for the first time since 2017. Okay, this is the first time that Nicki and Travis are on the same song, which is very big because they had that whole debacle in 2018 when Nicki released Queen, blamed Travis, his manager, as well as Billboard for coming in at #2, X, Y, and Z. So it's good to see them on the same page. He also appeared on Pink Birthday off of Pink Friday 2 as well. So good to see Travis on 2 songs. Really good to see him actually do a verse on this. And so, I didn't really like, once again, how it transitioned to his verse because it seemed like he couldn't catch the beat, so they had to do that. I don't know if the transition could have been made smoother by the engineer or whatever, but overall, Travis kind of ate. I Once again, he's the with the line, "Can you twerk? Can you squirt?" I don't know why, but we all thought that when we saw the lyrics surface on Twitter the day before, we all thought it was coming from Sexy Red. But once again, that line carried his whole verse in the song. It'll be the highlight. It's something that a lot of people will love and look forward to, especially in the clubs. Travis definitely gave me the party vibe, and I was concerned that I was not gonna like his verse or that he wasn't gonna pull through, but he actually did, and I'm a little bit surprised by that, but in a good way. And I must agree with Nicki when she said that Travis made a whole hook. He made a whole nother chorus on the song. Can you twerk? Can you squirt between FTCU? Yeah, that was good. But next up, we have one of y'all faves, Mr. Chris Breezy. So this is their 8th collaboration, Nicki and Chris's 8th collaboration. And here are all of their previous songs together. Okay. So yeah. Y'all check that out. Which one is y'all favorite? But it wasn't giving. Like Chris Brown's verse wasn't really giving to me. I knew he was going to be rapping on the song because of like what the song is giving, right? But no, because see the thing is that Chris seemed more focused on proving his rap ability rather than how he could contribute to the vibe to the vibe of a party song. Like I feel like I should be listening to dissect his bars rather than trying to turn up. So I feel like his verse doesn't all the way fit the vibe of the song, but I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me with that. So if you're still here, I really appreciate you. But yeah, let's get into the next portion of the song, Sexy Red. So with Sexy Red, right? Like this is the feature we knew was coming because of the social media chatter. Now, when it comes to her verse, I'm kind of speechless and not in a good way. She just purposely sounds slow. See, the thing about Sexy Red is that there's really no standard for her. It's hard to tell if a verse is subpar because the expectation from her is already subpar. So it's either like you fall in love with it. So instead of her saying that her verse was trash, I'm gonna just say that it's not doing it for me. I'm glad she came through for Nicki with that swap, but I didn't feel anything on her verse though. I don't know. I keep listening to it over and over to try to feel something. Like Sexy Red just sounds like a 4-year-old. Like imagine putting a microphone in front of a 4-year-old and what would they say? Goo goo gaga, doo doo da da. Like that's just what Sexy Red gives me. Like, and I went back to listen to one of my favorite verses by her for her favorite feature, my favorite feature, which is with Lancey Foe. And it's just like I don't know if that was good or subpar or not, but hey, once again, shout out to her for being on the song. Next. Okay, so the only other thing to comment on is really Nicki's new verse. I didn't really get why Nicki cut her verse, her new verse, into Sexy Red's verse. And don't tell me it was no back and forth, child, because it was not giving that. When Nicki said her little verse, Sexy didn't come back in a responding manner. She just finished her verse. I don't know, but I really don't have much to say about Nicki's verse. I think that overall, like the beat of the song and the remix specifically had too many changes since people can't catch the beat. And it's crazy because I couldn't hear nobody on this beat, you know? So it's like they have to be transitioned into the beat by breaking it down and then transitioning them in, which is really not bad. I think Nicki has done that as well at some point in her career. So shout out to all of the engineers and producers involved with this. I yeah, it's I don't know if it's really giving a cohesive song to me. Like Red Ruby the Sleeves is more of a cohesive song, but it's a lot of beat switches up in here. Anyway, I want to talk about a couple other things real quick before we go. So, Rap alert feedback. Okay, I do want to talk about Nicki's confidence real quick. I do respect Nicki's confidence to drop this song in the middle of Taylor Swift dropping a new album. Okay. I was like, why would you do that? But then at the end of the day, I'm so glad that the fan base was able to accomplish getting a #1 on iTunes because Taylor will flood the charts. So we needed to do that ASAP. So please make sure that you guys go buy every version on iTunes as well as Amazon. And please get the playlist in the description of this video to be streaming because we do want to see a good increase on Billboard next week. So I just wanted to read a couple comments about how other people are feeling about this remix real quick. So let's go to Instagram and let's go to Rap Alert, right? So I don't know why it's showing up like this. I'm sorry. So it says they all came and did what needed to be done. This person likes all of the verses. Hold on, Chris is rapping. Chris Brown never disappoint. Breezy slid Team Breezy. We need a video. Okay. Loved the beat switching Travis part and everybody ate. I enjoyed Nicki and Sexy part. Chris Brown was okay and Travis Scott. Don't ever let it happen again. Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Can you twerk? Can you skirt? What? Shut up. Um, Chris part is fire. So a lot of people disagree with me and they like Chris Brown's part. So that's good. But yeah, I just wanted to see what other people were saying real quick. But yeah, back to Nicki's confidence. Like I do want to like tip my hat off to her as always. This is why she's the queen of rap because she is never scared. A lot of people cancel their projects and songs to be released this week because Taylor dropped a double album, but then Nicki didn't care. And then Drake has just officially dropped his diss track on all platforms. And now that is another competitor. But it's okay. This is a remix, and you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. And yeah, shout out to the queen, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Make sure that you guys keep streaming. Let me check my notes real quick and see if I wanted to say anything else. Oh, so remember, guys, like in my previous video, I had talked about real quick. I talked about like Rob 49 tweeting FTCU, and we thought that Rob 49 was going to be a part of the song. Do y'all think that Nicki took him out? And also in the comments, I need you like to tell me like what is your favorite version of the song, the original or the SLEEZEMIX version? Let me know. But yeah, do y'all think that Rob was on this and Nicki took him off for tweeting and trying to reveal it or whatever because he got torn by the fan base or whatever because he's not as popular or whatever. um so either he was on it and Nicki took him off after seeing what happened on Twitter, or there's potentially another version he could be on because this is called the sleaze mix, not the remix, even though it is a remix. But Nicki could have just called it a remix, but she called it a sleaze mix. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have today. Let me know what your opinions are on my opinions of the song. Which FTCU version do you like better, the original or the sleaze mix? And we will talk in the next video. Please like this one.